Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's poppin'? Y'all see Miles, the woman loves sex shirts. Facts. Real talk, real talk. And, guys, real quick, before we get into anything, remember the actual Black Friday Cyber Monday sale is actually still on. You understand what I'm saying?
Still on. Go get it.
You guys got 2 hours left because at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time it is over. So we got the link to the sale, and or you could just go straight to Mr.Locario.com. It's on the front page. Just click on there and you can take advantage of the sale. So that's when So let's play the trailer one more time real quick before we start.
Yeah, shit.
So you guys can see. But yeah, definitely you guys need to get up on that sale and get that shit cracking. So let's do this real quick. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr.Locario, the bad boy, the dating boy, and it's that time of the year where I drop my Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. All right. So this year, what you're gonna get when you buy the Truth About the Game seminar, you're going to get the Bad Boy seminar for free. Okay, so basically you're getting 2 seminars for the price of 1. Now remember, this is only from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. Okay, so make sure that you guys click the link below to get your copy of the Truth About the Game seminar, and you'll get the Bad Boy seminar for free for the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale.
I have a boyfriend.
Get out of here.
You're important because you're different. You're not a creep or somebody to be flaked on.
She could have talked to 15, 20, 30 different guys today. Then you came up and you just said, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she's like, oh, who's this? You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength that you're you.
If you like checking the girl out as she walks past you, do that shit. Did she call you a creep for that? Fuck her.
You've been living in a society that's been pumping you for 30 years to tell you you ain't shit.
So I'm not asking you for anything. I'm presenting an opportunity for you to get to know me because I'm that dude. Like, you see what I'm saying? I am that dude. My name is Miles Cunningham. What they're really doing is they're deflecting. They're deflecting because they all know this is a fucking game. They don't wear dresses like this because they don't know that that you guys want to put your dick in them. They know this. They know this. It's a game. First rule. Never listen to women.
The only thing you need to listen to a woman is when she says no or I'm pregnant. Everything else you don't need to, that's it.
All right. We back. We are back. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh shit, I gotta put up the phone lines, goddammit. I forgot to put up the goddamn phone lines. So what we should do actually, because this is still, about Game Kings. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta let's go.
Yeah. Yes, dude.
Let's go do the trailer. And as the trailer is happening, I'm gonna put up the phone lines, we're gonna get into it.
Everybody has game. The thing is though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than 2 genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only 2 genders. Only 2 genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shit,
just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't. Seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust. They just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
All right. Now we are back. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all of y'all. Remember, the sale ends tonight at midnight. So basically, we're going to try to keep this to an hour and a half. And then you guys have a half an hour to get the sale. And then it's a wrap.
Also, don't forget that Dirty Talk 101.
Facts.
Yeah, there's also There's also a Black Friday sale on that too.
Right.
I think you can still get that half off right now. So yeah, I'm gonna find the link. We put that link in there real quick. You know what I mean?
Get it cracking. Yeah, man. So guys, today we're talking about what the fuck is sexual market value, man. You know, I hear this shit all the time on the internet, on the, you know, some of these videos and stuff. And I'm like, I was like, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this really about? Like, what's going on in these streets out here when it comes to this stuff? So I was like, you know, let me go online and see, you know, what people are talking about when it comes to this sexual market value stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And I got some screenshots from this this website. I forgot the damn name of the website. I should have fucking you know, so I give them some credit. I'll try to put it in the link below after this video. You know what I'm saying? But I'm reading this shit and I'm just like, okay, so I hear all this sexual market value stuff on a lot of these like red pill videos and all this other crazy stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? What is it about? And how does it even pertain to any of the shit in the game? Like, what is it, or does it pertain to anything in the game? Like, what are we really talking about here? You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do is, right? I think the name of the website is called thepowermoves.com. Thepowermoves.com. So what I did is I took some screenshots off of that, and we're gonna talk about that, right? And then after that, we'll get into some calls, and then we'll get it cracking. All right. So now, let's get to some of these screenshots. So this is the definition of sexual market value. So let's see what they're saying right here. All right. So it says, definition of sexual market value. The definitive dictionary of power dynamics, I didn't even know they had a dictionary name, but defines sexual market value. Sexual market value, SMV, refers to an individual's mating value, and it's the sum of his looks, status, social and dating skills, personal qualities, fitness indicators, and any external resources that he possesses. Okay, and then at the bottom here, hold on, let me take off this this scrolling shit real quick so I can just see what it says. It says, in simpler terms, the sexual market value is an individual's level of attractiveness to the opposite sex, and it's equivalent to one's own dating power. Okay, so
like based on who's
right, but this is what I find funny though. This is what I find funny, first of all, right? Now, look at what it says. It says sexual market value, right? Now, why it says external resources that he possesses, right? What does that have to do with sex? You see what I'm saying? Like already we're off to a weird ass start. You understand what I'm saying? Because what does that have to do with sex, right? Now, what's funny is that this is another clip screenshot where he explains some more stuff. So he says this. He said looks looks matter for casual sex. Duh. And so does game, intended here as the whole of social and dating skills. If looks are the equivalent of standing naked as you wake up in the morning, then game is the marketing of that package. Game takes the basic package you've got and seeks to maximize the presentation of oneself. Game is the equivalent of marketing and sales. Everyone engages in game, conversation, personal style, nonverbal language, bonding and vibing with others. They're all game. And of course, mating intelligence, or what people usually refer to as game in seduction circles, is also game. Game works best in short-term dating, just as marketing and sale works in best in selling a product. Now, some of the stuff, some of the stuff, they was actually saying some real shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then they mixed it up with a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was while you were reading, I was like, okay, yeah.
Right.
When they started talking that short-term shit, I was like,
Right. And the funny part was, they said that, looks matter for casual sex. Duh. No, it doesn't. You know what matters? There's only one thing that matters for casual sex, and that is sex appeal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can look a certain way or however the fuck you want and still not be sexually appealing to the woman. I keep trying to tell guys this. This is why when I come out with my Looks No Matter book, you're going to understand what's going on. A guy can look good, right, and still not be sexually attractive to a woman. You understand what I'm saying? So what guys a lot of time do is that they try to equate sex and looks, or sex appeal and looks. Now, your looks can make you sexually appealing, but it doesn't automatically mean that you are sexually appealing because you look a certain way. You understand that? It's real simple, guys. You know what I mean? So now, let me move on to this chart real quick that I thought was funny. So this is what they said: male sexual market value short term, right? And also what was wrong was that they said game is best for short term. And I'm like,
yeah,
ridiculous. Anyway, so they have this chart, and funny enough, in this chart, they have looks is 35% and game is 30%. And like we said in the other fucking video, your looks are part of your game. This is, you ever notice, you ever know when like you're reading something, you're looking at something, and you know that the person doesn't understand what's going on in real life? Because I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, right? Now, this is the last thing I'm gonna show you guys that shows you that a lot of guys don't understand a lot of this stuff when it comes to the game. So this says right here, because he's talking about resources. He said, one might ask, what are resources even here? Why are resources even here if we're talking about short-term mating? It's been proven in many different studies, resources can help even in short-term dating. Resources can turbocharge short-term attraction through what's been dubbed conspicuous consumption by some guy or whatever. In simpler terms, throwing money around is a very effective technique to attract women. and women, sure, you tend to attract more of a certain type of woman with conspicuous consumption. But then again, we are in short-term realm here, and you're not necessarily looking to bang wifey material, right? Plus, all women like money anyway. My God. Listen, I want to apologize to you guys for subjecting you to this fuckery. You see what I'm saying? But we got to talk exactly. Chris 91997 said nerdy talk. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is as far as sexual market value, what I've saw or what I've been seeing as certain videos. Basically, what they were saying is this: they were saying that the sexual market value of a guy increases as he gets older, and then the sexual his peak is at like 35 or something. So as he's getting older, he's 35. This is when he's the most sexually marketed value guy. Then the fucking woman, her peak is at 23. I can't even believe we talk about this. At 23, that's when her peak is, right? Now, this is why I say, what the fuck is a sexual market value? Because all of this shit is bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? All of this shit is bullshit. You understand when it comes to this whole sexual market value shit? Because all sex appeal is, or all the reason for being or talking or discussing about sex appeal is for you to say, hey, I can be the type of guy that can meet the type of women I want to meet and get with those type of women because I know how to be sexually appealing, which attracts those type of women that I want to meet. And that's it. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens is that a lot of times when guys are on the internet and they're not actually living real life, what they're looking for is things to explain to them why they're in the situation that they're in. So what it does is they say, oh, wait a second. Well, I'm actually 26 and I don't have my money up. So that's why I'm not sexually appealing to women and my sexual market value is low. But as soon as I get 35 and as soon as I become, older and I have more money and I become a high value man, then my sexual market value is going to be on point. And then I can get those hot young girls, and then those hot young girls that I want now who are dissing me, right? When they get older, they're going to hit the wall and their sexual market value is going to decrease. So all of it is mental masturbation for you to feel good.
I like that.
You're a loser. You feel what I'm saying? That's it.
Mental masturbation.
It's all mental masturbation for you to feel okay with being a fucking loser. And that's it. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on. So Zingli said, can you post the discount for Sterling's Dirty Talk? You said it says 400 now. Well, I guess you missed it. You missed it.
Over. It's over then. It's over. Yes, it's over.
Still get it. This way I got to get on top of that shit.
It's over. Yeah, for you guys who don't, y'all wait till the last minute to get shit. Hey, it's over. Sorry.
Right.
400 if you want it now. Maybe next time that we take the time out to do the show and offer you 50% off, you'll take advantage when we ask you to.
Exactly.
So now you have to pay the 400. Now you see that we're actual people providing actual products and services that you guys should take seriously. Now you see.
Facts.
Yeah, so, I hope you guys learned something.
So
let me say something about this, man. Listen, let me tell you something. There in life, there are people that live and there are people that wait for life to happen.
Right.
What we're looking at is institutionalized validation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me try to explain what I'm saying. Check this out. You have a guy like Aristotle, right? Socrates, and all of these scholars. Imhotep. Imhotep, one of the smartest men in the history of the world. He was the first dude. He was like when it was a cradle of civilization in ancient Africa or Egypt and that whole thing. He was the one who came up with the idea of a skyscraper. He was the one who designed the pyramids. Imhotep. Right. And then you got guys like Socrates. You got guys like Shakespeare. You got guys like Aristotle and these guys who they call scholars from history. Reason why I bring them up is none of these men waited for their intelligence to be validated. Right. They went out and wrote the books for your ass to read. Right. They went out and created, even though they didn't know at the time what they were doing, they went out and because of their own bravery, courage, and willingness to be exactly who they are. They looked at the opportunity that was given to them in this life and said, I am going to do something. I'm going to be truly the highest version of myself. And I am not waiting on an institution to validate my intelligence. I'm going to put my ideas out into the world and let you be the judge. Right. Because all I'm doing is me. Now, if you take it and you say, oh, the works of Aristotle and Socrates and Michelangelo and, Imhotep and Shakespeare, they need to be studied for centuries to come because they were so ahead of their time. And it was such a profound collection of work and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
None of these niggas actually knew. Well, maybe some of them did. Einstein and some of these niggas, they was like, look, this shit, E equals MC squared it cannot be refuted. So niggas is going to be studying this equation for eons.
Mm-hmm.
The theory of relativity is going to fucking allow niggas to create theorems for all different types of mathematical ideas and equations for centuries to come. But again, Einstein and niggas like that didn't wait for a diploma to say, wow, I'm smart.
Right.
Just like how we tell y'all niggas, don't wait for validation to discover your own confidence.
Right.
Y'all same motherfuckers who tell us that confidence is bullshit, nigga. How the fuck you gonna know you confident unless you did something for somebody to tell you that you confident?
Right.
Unless somebody tell you that you did a good job, you be confident.
Right.
And while I'm talking right now, most of y'all niggas is still going over your head. I'm gonna bring it around to the sexual marketplace value. Just give me a minute. What y'all gotta understand is I don't need your permission to be Miles Cunningham. Miles Cunningham is not even my real fucking name. And I still don't need your fucking permission to be Miles Cunningham.
Facts.
Think about that for a fucking second. I am going outside the realm of the institution of my government name. And y'all niggas, most of y'all niggas, some of y'all niggas know my real name. Some of y'all niggas only know me as Miles Cunningham. But when they go over the shit that I say that niggas think is profound or whatever, they're not gonna use my government name. They're gonna use the name that I told you that I was. Because I'm not waiting for the validation of any institution, government or otherwise, to express my intelligence.
Right.
I'm not waiting for validation from any of you to say, yo, Miles, that was a good video. Nigga, I already did the video. I already knew it was a good video to do. That's why I did it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate when y'all niggas comment and tell me that my shit is fire or that I did a good video. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is my greatness comes before the validation.
Right. Exactly.
And it's not a conceited statement. It's not a conceited statement. You have to understand. And I told y'all niggas, your superpower is the fact that there's only one of you.
Facts.
You have to, before you die, I hope all of you get to this point where y'all understand the divine and profound opportunity that you've been given to exist as a singular fucking identity. And it's all for free.
Right.
It's just up to you to recognize it. Like I said, like any one of them great minds that I mentioned before, all of them, they just had these crazy ideas, bro. They talk about what Ben Franklin and Edison. Edison created the light bulb.
Right.
Electricity. Ben Franklin. Why the fuck did Ben Franklin decide to fly a kite with a key on it?
Right.
Niggas must have been looking at him like he was stupid. Crazy. Why the fuck did the Wright brothers think that man could fly? If we build something and give it a big enough wingspan to catch enough wind, we can move people across the air. That was unheard of at one fucking point.
Right.
Right? Because y'all don't understand, like, y'all don't understand how deep game and all the shit we try to tell y'all really and truly is. Y'all really don't understand how far it goes.
Right.
You understand? So I'm gonna bring it around to the sexual marketplace value. Y'all niggas is so afraid of your own identity that you're waiting for someone else to validate your level of dating power.
Right, exactly.
Is that what they said in the fucking clip in the picture?
Right.
Dating power. You think I'm waiting on any of y'all motherfuckers to be like, oh well, Miles is like a decent 6 or 7. Any of y'all niggas out there judging me, y'all niggas is fucking homo. There, I said it.
Right, exactly. That's facts.
Y'all niggas is homosexuals, nigga.
Right.
And you think I'm waiting on any of you to judge any of the bitches that I fuck with? Oh, Miles out here going out with a 4, nigga, or Miles out here going out with a decent 5. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? You're gaming. Listen to me. I'm not waiting for your permission to decide if my bitch is attractive to me.
Exactly.
Just like I'm not waiting for your permission to do a video and share my ideas. Like I'm not waiting for the government's permission for me to have a name called Miles Cunningham. I told y'all niggas, me and a bitch that I was fucking came up with the name Miles Cunningham. I was fucking this bitch for so long, longer than she's ever fucked before. Because truth be told, a lot of bitches is used to niggas just catching a couple strokes and nutting real quick and rolling over.
Right, exactly.
This bitch was looking at me like, nigga, you need a name because your ass be going for Miles. You know, it should be Miles. And I was like, Miles? I was like, oh shit, for real? She was like, yo, niggas just be nutting and rolling over. I was like, Miles, that sounds good. I like that. And then I was thinking of Richie Cunningham from Happy Days.
Right.
Cunningham was like the longest last name that I could muster up within the realm of the conversation with the bitch. So I was like, you know what? I hit up Locario. I think that next day I was like, nigga, if I ever do anything where I'm spitting game or talking that shit,
right,
you're Mr. Locario and I'm Miles Cunningham.
Right. That's facts. And you know what's crazy about this whole shit really is the funny part is, you know, we're talking about sexual market value, right? And like you said, it's like they're looking for someone to give them permission or to categorize them. Like who are you? Who is anyone to tell me about my market value sexually? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, who are you to tell me how sexy I am? Like that, how that makes sense? Where they do that at? You understand what I'm saying? Like, where do they do that at? Because this is the funny part. When you're talking about the quote unquote market, right? I had a whole song on this on my mixtape where I titled it the masses are asses. You understand? See, if we were following the market, we should be on here talking about a bunch of crazy shit and scary shit for you guys to be scared of women. And, oh, you know, the market is telling all you guys that women are evil and, oh, you got to go your own way and all this other shit. That's what the market is saying right now. You understand what I'm saying? So why would we be following the market when most niggas in the market don't know what the fuck they're doing? You understand what I'm saying? Most of them, because look, if I approach a girl, right? See, this is why it's about the game. Because if I approach a girl, right, and I interact with a chick, you understand what I'm saying? Every chick that I fuck with thinks I'm sexy as fuck. You understand? And she thinks I'm sexy as fuck because she fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Any chick that I'm not fucking with don't exist. So you could say, oh, well, Locario, that girl don't think you sexy. Well, she don't exist to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Vamoose, son of a bitch. Vamoose.
You don't exist. And the only ones that exist are the ones that's fucking with me. So the ones that's fucking with me are the ones that's like, yo, you that nigga. I see that you that nigga.
Right.
And I already know that they see that I'm that nigga because I see I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, this is what the funniest part about this whole shit is, right? When you talk about the market meaning you can say the masses, the people out there, right?
Right.
Most of these people are fucking idiots. They're dumbasses. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you look at it like this, right? You have all these people out here who, let's look at like coaches or even red pill shit or whatever, right? You have a lot of people out here who claim to be coaches. You understand what I'm saying? They're all saying the same bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And what it is that most of these motherfuckers out here, right? Because they haven't actually done anything. What happens is that they're all saying the same shit, so they sounding the same. And then what happens is these are the guys who have a lot of views. Because I remember somebody was hitting me up there was like, "Oh, Locario, you hating because oh, you just mad because these other guys have more views." No, they're supposed to have more views. You know why? Because what happens is this: the viewers are closer in mentality to the content creator. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what happens is they're gravitating to somebody who's just as ignorant as them. See, the people who are smart, they seek out knowledge.
Careful, Locario.
I know. See, this is the thing. Here's the thing. They see people who are smart, they seek out knowledge, right? Now, if you're seeking or you're interacting with someone who's just as dumb as you're not seeking knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? You're seeking confirmation and validation for your bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So of course you got so many masses of people who are asses, who are idiots, who are going to watch other idiots. So this is why most of the idiots have a lot of views. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Because here's the thing. You have shot callers on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? Who get gassed because people are watching, bullshit, right? And you have people on YouTube who, they go with what works. They go with what the market is doing. And this is what happens. Because the market is full of idiots, right? What happens is that the content creator, the people that are serving the market are going to serve the idiots. And then they just become more idiots. So nobody's learning anything. So this is why we come up with stupid shit like sexual market value, which means nothing in actual real life, because what somebody finds sexually attractive, right, is subjective. You understand what I'm saying? And then what's even funnier is when we read that little excerpt, it said his resources, right, which have nothing to do with sex. And shout out to KZagan20 because I got this idea from him because I saw he did a video where he was talking about, sexual market value, some shit that simps say to just try to explain shit. You feel me? So shout out to KZagan. I think I saw him in the chat earlier. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. This is what happens is that you got a lot of motherfuckers talking about shit that doesn't make sense because they're trying to make connections so that it makes sense to them instead of actually living in real life. You understand what I'm saying? This is what people do. They come up with theories. Oh, well, I think or I theorize that this is why it's happening because of this. And then because these things are happening, this thing is happening. And then so you have people who don't have the confidence to be themselves that are always looking for people to tell them who to be, looking for people to tell them where to fit in. You see what I'm saying? So this is why people are attracted to shit like sexual market value and, all of this other high value man and all that other crazy shit. Because when people are insecure and they don't love themselves, right, and have a sense of self, what they're doing is that they're looking and they're thirsty for someone to tell them what to do and where to be and how to act, how to think, how to dress, all that other stuff.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's why I called it institutionalized validation.
Right.
Because instead of looking at themselves and creating the reality that they want,
right,
they're trying to look at the market.
Exactly.
Which is the institution. Instead of validating themselves, instead of saying to themselves, I'm gonna be who I want, do what I want, fuck with the type of bitches that I like, and leave it at that and live my own life. Instead of just doing that, they're like, well, first I have to make sure that all the women that I deal with are 7s or better.
Right, exactly.
And then you say to yourself, well, 7s based on whose rule of thumb? Oh, well, the market. So who created this market? The people in the market basically create. Oh, so what you're saying is your idea of a 7 is something that has been manifested from the ideas of a whole bunch of other people.
Right.
So what about your idea of what a 7 might be? You know what I'm saying? And why does it have to be quantized as such.
Right.
Like from 0 to 10. Shout out to Eddie Fuse, because a while back he did a video where he created a whole new system of grading and shit.
That from Patrice O'Neal too. I think Patrice O'Neal about that, right?
Where it was like out of 30 or some crazy shit like that.
Right.
And the reason why I bring that up is because that is an example of a man using his own mind to think out the box.
Exactly.
Because look, here's an example of what happens with institutionalized validation. You can look at the idea of colleges.
Right.
All college really is, and this is why I dropped out of college. It's crazy, but I dropped out of college because I already realized.
Right.
College is basically you're pretty much asking an institution once again to validate your intelligence, to give you what they call a degree, to grade your IQ, to make you take tests that were written and created by other people,
right,
to judge your level of intelligence.
Right.
And this is it. And I'm not, look, let me tell you, and I'm going to get to where, it's not, all these ideas are not all the way bad. And I'm going to get to that. But what I'm saying, though, is that for a lot of people, if they don't go get that degree, the sad part is that they feel like they can't be productive members of society for some reason.
Right.
And then at the same time, they love to judge and look their nose down at you for not having a fucking degree. And how productive is that?
Right.
Because I don't know about y'all niggas watching this, but some of the smartest niggas I ever spoke to never set foot on the college campus.
Right.
You understand? But at the same time, I'm gonna tell you why understanding markets and mass ideas still can be a good thing. Because if you understand yourself first, and then realize the truth in reference to the masses, you have an advantage.
Right.
Because this is where things like categorization, deduction, understanding certain probabilities, right? Where, for example, you can understand certain patterns, because if you go out with enough chicks, you start to recognize patterns.
Right.
However, you use the ideas of pattern recognition, but you attach them to your experiences.
Exactly.
That's the part right there. Because here's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers recognize patterns and they use the idea of pattern recognition, but they're still attaching it to the ideals of the masses.
Right.
So they might recognize a pattern of disrespectful women. And then because they're making their idea of categorizing disrespectful women attached to what the masses or the narrative of the masses, what happens is niggas actually get used to disrespectful bitches.
Right. Exactly.
But on the other hand, I look at my experiences, and when I streamline my game and I make a choice that I don't ever let a disrespectful bitch have a fucking iota of my time, I make that choice for myself. Even though it's mad niggas out there dealing with disrespectful bitches,
right?
And for some reason, I never do. Because I use pattern recognition, but I say to myself, I have made the choice for me as an individual. Never let a disrespectful or attention whoring bitch waste my time.
Right.
Now, a lot of you guys would be like, damn, Miles, you ain't got no tolerance. It wasn't a big deal. You could have still probably smashed if you had just, talked to her for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? If you had just let it slide, you leaving pussy on the table, Miles. But listen, y'all niggas think y'all leaving pussy on the table. Miles Cunningham, on the other hand, has made a choice for his own experience.
Exactly.
And I use pattern recognition. I use the ideals of generalization, but I use it in reference to the experience that I choose to have.
Right.
And the experience that I choose to have dictates that any bitch that is out of pocket, any bitch that falls off the script of my game she doesn't exist, like you said, Locario.
Right.
Yo, this whole, I don't know if it's the holidays or what, but this whole fucking week, I put my script down. And then one chick was like, "Oh, I sent her the place that I wanted us to meet." She was like, "I don't like going downtown."
Oh God.
Unmatched.
Right. Exactly.
I have nothing else to say to you. And a lot of niggas is like, "Damn, Moms, all she did was say she ain't like going downtown." Bitch, I'm more concerned with where we're gonna meet and less concerned with the fact that you gonna get to hang with a badass nigga like me. And you don't have the mentality that I need.
Facts.
And that's what y'all niggas don't understand. Y'all think it's no big deal. She just don't like going downtown, Miles. Damn, you unmatched her for that? Yes. Because she's thinking about downtown when she should be focused on me. What the fuck are we talking about? See, y'all niggas is stuck actually trying to please bitches. I'm giving these girls an opportunity to get to know a real nigga. If that's not where her priorities lie, she doesn't get my time. Now, does that reduce the number of chicks that I can capture in my net? At some points, yes, I get that. But again, because I'm a man, that is a result of the choices that I've made, and I'm not afraid of that.
Exactly.
I'm willing to deal with that, and that's what a lot of niggas can't take, and that's why y'all wanna use the narratives of the masses. You want to use institutionalized validation to run your game because you want to get as many bitches you want to catch as many bitches in the net as you can. And what I'm telling you is that 90 or over 90% of the bitches that you're going to catch in your net are not worth your time anyway.
Exactly.
So you get a smaller net and a more stronger and secure net. My net is small, and when I throw it out, I probably catch only 3 or 4 fish. All of those fish are meaty and fresh, and they taste good.
Facts. I love it.
But that's the choice that I make. That's the choice that I make, and I'm willing to deal with that choice. Y'all niggas is too afraid, so y'all have to go to college because y'all afraid of your own intelligence. I'm telling you, shit is deep, bro.
And Eric Jorgo, he said, "Don't you think some things are universally attractive? Things like confidence, well-spoken, well-groomed." Well, yeah, that's the thing. If you're a confident dude, you're going to be attractive, right? But this is the thing. When it comes to people talking about sexual market value, you understand what I'm saying? Think about the phrase sexual market value. We're you're sort of putting your value based off of the market. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're basically saying I need to go and consult the market before I can know how valuable I am. Because I can't know how valuable. Did you check the market to make sure you're valuable or to see your level of value? Because you're not going to know how valuable you are until you check the market. You feel what I'm saying? Because the market's going to tell you how valuable you are. You feel what I'm saying? Because see. This is the thing, guys. What's funny about this, right, is that you shouldn't really give a fuck about what the market says. Meaning, and this is what I mean, like, because this is what I'm saying. Like, when we talk about women, right, I don't give a fuck about what the woman is saying. I don't give a fuck about what the woman is thinking. I don't give a fuck about how the woman is feeling. I don't care about none of that. All I care about is myself and my world. So every girl I deal with in that world, in my world, I'm the sexiest motherfucker she ever saw. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the sexiest dude she ever fucking been with. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that fucking matters. Now, you could bring that to any fucking part of the situation when we're talking about, we're talking about just life in general. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are worried about the market, right? But if you took time to focus on yourself, you would attract what is for you. Like I said again, me and Miles could come up here and bullshit y'all, and tell y'all, yo, don't fuck with women and they're hypergamous and they're gonna do this and that and don't get married and blah, 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 blah. We could tell you all of that shit all day. You understand what I'm saying? Like the rest of these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? But we chose to actually be ourselves. We chose to fucking be who we are because we understand how valuable that is and how valuable that can be to you if you're understanding yourself. Right. You see what I'm saying? So we curve our own lane. You understand what I'm saying? We curve out, like, listen, a lot of these fucking shot callers on YouTube, they only make money from YouTube. Like if their YouTube channel got shut down, they'd be fucking done. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I cannot make another video this whole month, not one, and I'm still gonna make the same amount of money or even more money that I'm making right now the whole fucking month. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the thing, and that's because we've carved our own lane. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the market. We carved our own lane because this is the thing about the market. The market don't give a fuck about you. It don't give a fuck about you. And see, what happens is this. They don't give a fuck about you, and you don't even give a fuck about you because you're part of the fucking market. You've bought into the market.
Exactly.
You understand? That's why you give a fuck about what the chick is thinking, because you bought into the market. You forgot about yourself. You forgot about what you see. You got to be so high on yourself so that when you're dealing with women, see, I did a video a long time ago where I said, I think it was titled like you're supposed to tell a woman that she likes you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the game right there. I'm not sitting there hoping or worrying or wondering if a chick likes me. I tell women that they like me. You understand what I'm saying? And so when I say tell women that they like me, I'm talking about it on all different levels where I will literally tell a woman like that. That's what I would say even when I be talking to chicks sometimes. I'd be like, listen, I know you want me. That would be the shit that I know you want me. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that what happens is that because I'm in my own world and creating my own situation, right? I'm finding women who are about what the fuck I'm about. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm letting them know, hey, listen, do you understand who you're actually talking to right now? I know you've been with these other goofy ass niggas and I know you're tired of that bullshit. So you step into a real nigga, so you got to understand what the fuck is going on. You understand? So basically I'm letting her know what she should like. Nobody's told her what she should like. You know what I'm saying? Because all these niggas out here is trying to fit into the market. They're trying to fit into what everybody else is telling them to do in order to get the bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of understanding their value, understanding themselves, and then saying, look, this is how I do shit. Like you said, Miles, you've streamlined your shit. This is how I do shit. And if you don't fit into how I do shit, you don't fucking exist.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
So why do I give a fuck about the market? Like, matter of fact, look at this on YouTube. We don't got no YouTube ads. You understand what I'm saying? We're on YouTube with no YouTube ads. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it's just funny. Like a lot of motherfuckers, the reason why they have these issues is because they subscribe to the market. They subscribe to what everybody else is saying. They subscribe to the masses.
Right.
You understand? Instead of carving their own lane and finding their own way. Again, there's nothing wrong with seeing what other people are talking about and thinking and engaging in this and that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You still have to have a foundation of who the fuck you are.
Right. You can't forget about self. You can't forget about self.
That's what I'm like. So I'm like, these motherfuckers, like you said, they're like, oh, well, Locario and Miles, you guys, you're not a Chad. So I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you even talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would a nigga be concerned even about another dude talking about if he's a Chad or not? You understand what I'm saying? These are the market niggas. These are the masses. These are the asses. These are the idiots. You understand what I'm saying? Roy Chess, I knew Roy Chess was going to be here on some bullshit. He says sexual market value is a range, not precise, and it's not opinionated. Shout out to my new back in the building. What's poppin', bro? Shout outs. That's crazy, man. I'm just like, yo, like this shit is so stupid. But listen, let's take some calls real quick, guys. The caller number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. Make sure you hit that donate button at the top of the chat. And let's go with 646. 646 was popping. Who this?
Fuck me. Oh.
Yes.
You a bitch, nigga. You call me, nigga. You wasted my time, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you talking about.
Listen, that motherfucker was on poll for 50 minutes, bro, for that bullshit. Yo, I swear this is stupid. Yo, these motherfuckers is crazy. Let's go to 850.
Hold on, real quick. Any of the moderators out there, if y'all see somebody named Three Kings, bring them back into the chat, but keep an eye on them.
Right. All right, so 850, what's popping? Who this?
Yo, it's Jude now.
What up, my brother? What's going on? Did you donate? Did you donate?
Yes, and I'm getting consulting this week. I'm scheduling consulting this week.
What happened? Say it again.
I'm scheduling consulting this week.
Okay, cool. I'm saying, did you donate to the show tonight?
Tonight, my nigga.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and that's at the end.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. All right, so what's going on with you, fam? What's good?
Cool question. After sex, when's the next time to contact someone?
You said after sex, what's the next time to contact them?
In 3 days.
Right, and just contact them later that week. That's it.
Like three. Think of it this way. I gotta probably do a video about this. It's basically you want to see a chick once a week.
Right, exactly.
Once a week. Mm-hmm. That's basically the thing. So if you fuck her on Wednesday, wait till the weekend and then schedule another Wednesday to fuck again. If you fuck her on the weekend, hit her up on Wednesday or in the middle of the week sometime to schedule to fuck on the weekend.
Right.
So every 3 days you hit her up so you could fuck in the next 3 days.
Right.
Okay. So like I'm just gonna let you know. I'm a freaking I'm an old caller that had a chick I mentioned I called about, and it's the same chick. So she called me, but I missed a phone call. But I called back and I scheduled the date for Friday, and it's gonna be at 10 p.m. though. So I'm almost for sure it's gonna go live. So that's why I called. So you said every week. All right, cool. All right, thank you.
Wait. Stop. Your question was after sex. But you talking about a bitch you ain't fuck yet.
I'm almost 100% sure it's going down Friday.
Look, let me tell you something.
Yo, he said 100% sure? That is going down?
See, stop right there. That's not how life works, bro. Like there's a rule in the game.
That's comedy.
Nothing is guaranteed, my nigga. Nothing. Okay?
Right.
Nothing is guaranteed. So you need to stop it. Now, I'm not saying don't make moves for things to happen. Be prepared always be prepared for what you want to happen. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
And I'm not saying to be pessimistic or negative about the possibilities.
Right.
However, I'm saying to be real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying try to stay level. Try to stay level. Don't be seeking no fucking guarantees out there, because there's nothing guaranteed, my nigga. Nothing.
Right. Exactly. Like my dude K-Zag in Sunny Chat, he said, you ain't fucking until you fucking. Exactly.
There's this thing you used to say, or this thing you heard when I always forget it, when you was like, you're never in there until your dick is all the way in, and you're like,
no, he said it was I think it was Star who said this. He said, what's the definition of indefinitely? And he was like, when your balls are hitting her ass, you're in definitely.
Exactly.
So
there's no 100%. I'm 100% sure I'm smashing, bruh. You're not 100% smashing until you 100% smashing. Until your dick is inside there, bro. Like, you understand? Shit. And even then, half of these chicks, you know, every once in a while you get one of them chicks who's not sure about shit.
Right.
Stop. I didn't think this was a good idea. And all that shit. So be careful, bro. All I'm saying is be careful. You understand? Because your level of expectation can, you know, it can affect your decision making. So I just want you to be a little bit more even keeled with you know, how you gonna move. You understand?
I mean, if it doesn't go down the first, I'm almost for sure it's gonna go down the second. So I'm like, because of how the tone and the just how the vibes I get from her. That's what I meant.
Wait, okay, let me ask you some question. Hold on, let me ask you a question.
I scheduled for 8. I scheduled for 8, and then she chose 10. So I was like, oh, snaps, okay.
Wait a fucking second. Hold on. You scheduled for 8, and she said 10?
Yeah, because she gets off of work at 8.
Nigga.
She wanted 2 hours to get ready.
Okay, all right.
God. Oh my God.
Well, listen, you better call back next week, nigga.
Yeah, because hold on, I gotta ask a question though. Wait, where'd you meet this girl at?
Waffle House. I was called it.
That was the guy that you said is at the Waffle House, and you you got her number or some shit or whatever it was like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So listen, go on this date or whatever. Hit us back up next week or whenever, or on the next show, and let us know what happened. All right.
All right.
All right, brother.
Good luck, bro.
Peace. Oh man, you guys talking all this guarantee shit, man.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for homie. I hope.
Yo, listen, let me tell you guys something. There ain't no guarantees in this shit, bro. No guarantees. You understand what I'm saying? None. Like, yo, there was times where there's chicks who were like my fuck buddies. And they was like, yeah, I'm free tomorrow. Come through. Tomorrow come. Oh, my kids. Oh, I got my period. And I'm just like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, yo, shit happens. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know, and the reason why I was saying this is because sometimes what happens is when you have that mindset of, oh, I'm 100% sure it's going down, blah, blah, blah. And then when it doesn't go like you expected, then you start to, it's like a shock to your system. You're like, what? What the fuck? And then now you start to be like, man, fuck these hoes, man. They be, you know,
it adds to your resentment and you know
shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
And then you start to get mad and shit, bro.
Yeah, I fucked her yesterday. She's 100%. She's almost 100% gonna flake on them. And yo, you know what? I asked him. I said, why did she change it for 10? Because I'm like, usually when a chick is switching shit up, and it's not. See, it'd be one thing if he said come at 8, and then she was like, oh, I get off of work at 8, and then he was like, all right, cool, we'll do this time, right? And then he changed it to 10. Versus he's like, let's see each other at 8. And she's like, I'll meet you at 10 because I get off of work at 8. It's like he's following what the fuck she talking about, that's the part I don't like. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the part that I feel like is something, and people, it might seem minor, but it's shit like that sometimes shows me that this might be the type of chick who might be on some bullshit. I'm just saying. Because what should have happened was he said, he'd be like, meet me at 8. She says, oh, I get off of work at 8. Is there another time? You know, like she should be asking him, what's the alternative? You understand? A lot of times when chicks are making a decision, that's very masculine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get off at 8. Is there another time that we could?
Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like, but anyway, but let's go to 732. 732. What's popping? Who's this?
Hello.
What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
Yeah, it's Locario. I donated.
Appreciate it. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it's for sure from Jersey. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in about this whole sexual market value thing. First first of all, I definitely want to shout out to you, Miles. I think that was a good thing you said. You said you got to be level-headed because either or can happen. You want to be pessimistic. You don't want to be too optimistic. And I've done that a couple of times, understanding some bullshit might happen, and I'll be able to go on about it. Right. So I appreciate that. Yep. But anyway, back to sexual market value. Now, this whole thing doesn't make sense with the exception of Alan Roger Curry. He defined it in his own delineation, which makes complete sense. I'll get to that later, right before I hang up. But anyway, as far as the sexual market value thing, it's like both genders aren't completely honest about what they would want to fuck anyway. So you can't really. It's like as guys, we say, 7, 8, 9, 10 celebrities will only fuck that. That's not true. And the women will say, we'll only fuck the good guys, whatever case when you got a job that's working or that's husband material. That's not true either. And I'm not saying this is 100% for both genders, but this is why you can't say, okay, I'm going to look like this or I'm going to do this and my sexual market value is high.
Right.
Also adding that, I don't know if I'm using the right term, is subjective or objective. Yeah. Like everybody has their own type to want to fuck.
Right, exactly.
Subjective.
Right.
Exactly. So, and my thing, like I said, like niggas is just looking for validation. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like you can't. This is not gonna help you. You turn 30, then what? Then nothing happens. Then what you gonna do? Go to YouTube and be like, yo, I thought y'all said when I turn 30, my shit gonna go up.
Right. Exactly.
It's not gonna help. So this is just a way for men for people to just not focus on themselves and blame other shit.
Right.
Now let me hop on to Alan Roger Curry. Shout out to him. He made an article in the Negro Manosphere. He made an article, sexual market value. He was explaining this in the terms of actual market value in business, like supply and demand. So he said if he was to define sexual market value, and he said there's social market value too. So let me get the social market value real quick. He's saying people with high social market value would be like the celebrities, or the entertainers who get paid to go to parties so people can come and talk to them. Right. People want their social companionship. A lot of people are competing for that.
Right.
So if it's sexual market value, he would define it as how many women, how many people of the opposite gender you have competing for your sexual companionship. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason why I like that is because it's actually getting to the sex part. That's my whole point. How do you call it sexual market value if there's no sex happening?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because even in the fucking the screenshot I showed, it was talking about resources and all this other extra shit, and I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with sex?
Right.
I'm saying, like,
yeah, exactly. I don't care if you can see a nigga with 8 bitches, like they went to his house, he went to a party. He could not be fucking any of them. They just there because they want to look good, or he's paying them, like y'all said. That has nothing to do with his sexual market value. How many bitches? Well, like ARC said, I agree with his definition. But if you're gonna use that, at least refer to how many women are trying to fuck you, or how many women you can hit up and give you some sex.
Right.
Rather than this dumb shit that got nothing to do with fucking. But that's all I got to say.
Right. That's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate the call, my brother.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you, man. Peace. All right. So, guys, the caller number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. You feel me?
I think what the last caller said was very critical. He was, a lot of this stuff, it's a way to, again, put the responsibility somewhere else. So we can try to come up with an explanation as to why we're like, if, like, for example, for a lot of guys having trouble and not being successful when it comes to dealing with chicks, it's a way for them to explain why they're not being as successful as they want to be. You understand? And, and that's another part of validation. It's like trying to cope with, the lack of results that you desire.
Exactly.
Understand? And sometimes it's not about coping. It's about patience. It's about confidence. It's about having a certain level of faith.
Right.
You understand? Like, for example, a lot of people don't understand, to me anyway, and and this is an idea that's always going around in my head when I think about religion. But a lot of people don't understand what it is to really follow someone.
Right.
And let me explain what I mean. Now, the masses want to follow, like literally follow behind someone. They literally want to follow in the footsteps of someone. So we look at Jesus. I always love using Jesus. Everybody know the story of Jesus, basically, right?
Right.
People want to follow in the footsteps of Jesus, where they want to walk in the path that Jesus has already laid down.
Right.
But then you have some people who say, I want to follow Jesus, but I want to walk beside him and make my own set of footprints.
Right.
So I'm gonna make my own decisions and have an impact as Jesus did, but my impact will be totally different.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna share my identity with the world, and I'm gonna get crucified. There's gonna be people who are not gonna like me. There's gonna be people who gonna wish that I die. There's gonna be people who are gonna wish that I don't have a voice. There's gonna be people who wish they wish they could put me on a fucking cross and nail me up there. They wish.
Right.
Because I'm that different, and they've never seen anything like it before in their life. And they fear the courage that I have. Imagine being so afraid that you're not only afraid to make your own path, but you're actually afraid of someone else's confidence.
That's facts. A lot of people was like that.
you're that afraid of someone else's courage that they have to be themselves. You're like, damn, I've never seen nothing like this. This motherfucker is so infuriating. Like, look at it. You got a nigga like me. Which dating coach expose they fucking body count just to make a point?
Right, exactly.
And my body count ain't nowhere in the, you know what I'm saying? It's not astronomical at all, but I still shared it with y'all just to really show y'all how honest the situation is, and to show y'all who I really am, and to show y'all who I really am in reference to the game.
Right.
Because I was trying to make a point. It wasn't about me really telling y'all my body count. It was about me letting y'all understand how the game actually works when you understand yourself.
Exactly.
So I'm not telling you to listen to my video about body counts for you to have the same body count. I'm saying go get your own body count, but understand why and how you're doing it.
Right.
Because your body count is going to be based on the decisions you make.
Exactly.
You understand? But a lot of people want to follow. They literally want to follow behind someone and put their feet in the footsteps. Like imagine if you were walking through snow. You understand? And it's think about it. It's always a little bit easier to step in the footprints that a person has already laid down in the snow.
Right.
Because there's more traction there. But if you walk beside them and actually press down your own footprints in the snow, it's a little bit harder.
Right.
And that's what game is about. It's you making the choice to be exactly who you are, no matter how hard it is. Like, yeah, I want to be like Christ. I want to be like Mike. I want to be like all the great people. But guess what? I'm going to figure out how to be great in my own way.
Facts. And 347, we're going to get to your call in a second, but I got to talk to this dude KO with this question. Bruh, he said how to tame a bratty girl and pass her shit test. Bro, what the fuck? Y'all on the wrong channel. Listen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like, first of all, ain't no chick testing nothing. That's why listen. I try to tell you, first of all, of course, that's the PUA shit or whatever, but it's the thing. If a woman even thinks she's testing you, or if a woman tries to test you, that's automatic disrespect. Automatic disrespect. You understand? Like, ain't no woman testing me. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no woman testing me, because this is the thing. In order for a woman to test me, right, that would mean that she actually taught me something for me to be tested on. That would mean she's leading me. That would mean I'm following her. Like, what kind of shit is this? Pass her shit test. What? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Bratty, disrespectful, all of that shit mean the same shit to me. These type of bitches don't exist to me.
Exactly.
Thanos snap and that bitch turns to dust right in front of my face.
Exactly. Yo, I told y'all, when a chick shit tests you, basically all she's saying is that she don't see you as a man. You understand? She doesn't see you as a man. Because the reason, again, I'll give you an example again. I said this before. If the person has to test your jewelry, right, to see if it's real, they think you got fake jewelry. Right? Now, if you met one of your favorite rappers or some shit, or one of these, dudes out here that's blowing up like Lil Baby or one of them niggas, or the Baby and one of them niggas, if you ran into the Baby, you wouldn't have to test to see if his jewelry is real or fake. You would assume or think it's real because it's the Baby, right?
Right.
So you wouldn't have to test it. You only test when there's the doubt. So she doubts that you're a real man, or she doubts that you are who you say you are. So understand that the fact that she would even need to do that is disrespect. See, what you need to look for, KO, is you need to look for cooperation from the jump. You need to look for her actually being in awe of your presence. You need to look for her to be following your lead like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Ain't no tests. Because see, when a woman is in the presence of a man that she really respects, and a man that she wants to be a part of his shit, and a man that she's in awe of, she won't ever think of testing that nigga. Because she wants to be in his good graces. And she knows that even thinking about testing him, because this is the thing, if a chick tests a real nigga, she's done. And she knows this. Ooh. When a chick is really feeling to do it and she knows she got a real man in front of her, she's on her best fucking behavior. She acts like the angel. And I'm telling you, guys with game understand this. You meet women where they're the nicest people on earth. You're like, oh my God, she's so nice. She's so polite. She's so pleasant. She's so smiley and giggly, and she's accommodating to me. She's doing anything that I want. She's asking me, do I want some water? Do I want some juice? Are you hungry? Do you want this? Do you want that? Can I do something for you, sir? Like they're like that. Ain't no fucking testing when a chick is really fucking with you, when she sees you as a man. So if you're talking about passing her shit tests, that means that you're still stuck in a situation where you're thinking that women are above you and you're getting disrespected because you already said she's acting bratty. Like, I'm not involving myself in a woman acting bratty. As soon as I see you're acting bratty, we're done. It's over.
Yo, KO, your job is not to tame.
Right.
Your job is not to tame any of these bitches out here, bro.
Right.
Your job is to find the women that are already tamed and engaged to what you have to offer.
Exactly.
But first, you have to know what you have to offer, though. Understand? And if truthfully, KO, to answer your question, if this truly is your question, you need to charge this bitch and do what we said and go find a chick that's actually ready for what you have to offer.
Exactly.
That's what it's really about. And if you're not on the Bad Boy membership, you probably should get on it, because that'll point you in the right direction on how to do that and how to get more in touch with what it is you have to offer. Because here's the thing. If you don't think what you have to offer is valuable, then you won't behave as such.
Exactly.
This is why she's bratty towards you. This is why she's testing you. Because you probably talk a good game, but you see, you ask this question, so this is how you talk. Think about that for a second, guys. I be telling y'all niggas shit. Y'all, you hear it, but I don't know if y'all niggas really hear it.
Right.
Because Think about this. How these niggas ask questions to us through the calls or even in the chat. Consider, this is how these niggas talk.
Right.
This is how they express themselves. If they talking to us like this, imagine what they saying to their bitch. The same bitch who they think is so cute and so pretty and who they're deathly afraid to lose.
Right.
Because she's giving them a little bit of pussy. Think about that for a second. So because this nigga's talking like this, because he's asking a question such as this, I know everything I need to know about his confidence level, the way the bitch sees him, everything. And more importantly, the ways he sees himself.
Exactly. That's facts. Let's go to 347 and then 929 and we're going to head up out of here. 347, what's popping? Who's this?
What's going on, my brother's calling for the third time in a row. This your boy Mike here from Brooklyn. You heard? And you know I donated.
Appreciate it.
What's going on with you? What's up, brothers? Let me just say something real quick, man, since we're talking about the Bible. That nigga Adam, from the story of Adam and Eve, that nigga was a straight up simp. That nigga was a straight up simp. Let me tell you something right now, right? How the fuck a bitch that came from your rib, you allowed her to influence you?
That's crazy.
That's wrong, my nigga. That's wrong. But on all seriousness, I think you know what the problem is. So as I told you guys before, I work in sales. And so when it comes to banking, there's two sides. There's sales and then there's operations. Most people are better at one or the other. Operations is more like 1 + 1 = 2. It's mathematical. There's no other way. This goes here, that goes there. So I think the issue is when people talk about sexual market value and all that other stuff, is because they think everything has to be quantifiable. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at the world from the perspective of A = B + C, and you got to say this here and do that there, and everything almost has to go into a folder.
Right.
And then the problem is like even in our school system, we value people that think more that way than people who think creatively.
Right.
And I'll give you an example. A lot of times the people that are creative, that have the good mouthpieces, that are very good at doing business deals, guys, they are horrible at doing things on time. They are horrible at like doing things at a certain deadline, because again, sometimes we value people that are just strict like that. So I think that's really where the problem is coming from. I think a lot of guys don't have a very open mind state. You guys had an interesting call yesterday. Remember the guy that said, oh, I went up to the girl and I said this? Because he's looking at it from the perspective from like a script. He's looking at it from the perspective of, I got to say this at this time, not taking into account like his tone, his timing, things like that.
Right.
Facts. And I like that you said that people are trying to quantify things. This is why with the whole high value man shit, it's like, oh, you got to have 6 figures and you got to do this and you got to. So it's like people are trying to, because when you make it quantifiable, then what it does is it says, oh, well, because I'm not confident, because I don't believe in myself, and because I don't think for myself, you're giving me a roadmap to attain to, so I can get to that point, so I can be that thing. So when I reach that point, then I can be confident, and then I can have the girls, and then I can be somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really thinking. It's crazy.
Exactly. And then before I dip, let me just give you an analogy. And I'm gonna give an analogy to the kings of analogies. But it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever rode an Uber, right? And the Uber will give some crazy directions.
Right.
You're just like, yo, what the fuck? This shit is wrong. But most people, they'll just follow the GPS instead of thinking like, nah, hold on a second, this GPS is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So like I said before, I think so many guys is more about just that mathematical and everything has to have like a formula, but life ain't no formula. But anyway, guys, keep supporting the Bad Boy membership. Also, don't listen to Miles and Locario, man. If you buy their merchandise, you will get bitches, and you will increase your sexual market value.
I appreciate the call, my brother. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I can say some real shit though. Now that's some real shit though about, like, I'm telling you, a lot of these motherfuckers, they're like, you know, because remember, like, even the whole PUA shit came from like nerds trying to break down natural life. Like, well, you know, if I take her to this section and then I do A1, then I close with A2, and then I do a neg right here, and then if I calculate the projections of, you know, the sun at the moon landing, then I will get the pussy. Like, this is how niggas think. You feel what I'm saying? And it translates to how all of these dudes, because even with the question earlier, how do you get a bratty girl that's shit testing you to, like, You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to do some super magic trick or say some fucking ancient script that's gonna make her like, see what I mean? Like it's like dudes is always trying to look for the that goofy ass shit. And I'm like, yo, y'all are not living in real life. Let me tell you guys something. The game is messy. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's messy. I did a video a long time ago about that. I said the game is messy, meaning that there's no fucking perfect line to say or way to be, or you understand what I'm saying? It's you gotta be, it's the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Like you gotta be prepared. You understand, at all times for whatever. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of dudes, they're like, well, I need the exact thing to say to the girl, and I need the exact way to dress. And I'm like, bruh, you understand? And this is why we say you gotta learn you. Because when you learn you, then all you gotta do is refer back to you. You know, like when you trying to fix some shit and you refer back to the manual, you're like, okay, so what's the next? The manual is you. You know what I'm saying? You refer back to you. So in any situation, right? It could be the same. It could be the same situation. Me and Miles could be in the same exact fucking situation, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, well, what does Locario do in this situation? And Miles is gonna say, what does Miles do in this situation? And we're gonna do what we do in the same exact situation, but it's gonna be different because it's me and we're different motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. You see what I mean? Right. So this is why even when we talk about the market and the value and all that other shit, sexual market value and the market and all that other stuff, all of that is nonsense because at the end of the day, you still got to come back to yourself. What the fuck does it matter about what the fuck the market talking about?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you live in your life.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. The market has a purpose. You understand? Like understanding what the masses need or want or what they require or desire and all those things, that is also a necessary thing in the world, because look, these Fortune 500 companies, they need to sell to motherfuckers.
Right.
They need to. Why the fuck you think Google is so important? Why the fuck do you think all of this shit that they do is so important? They keep track of our behaviors.
Exactly.
And then they quantify, like the brother was saying, they quantify the percentages that we will actually click and buy certain things and so on and so forth.
Right.
So in the realm of business and understanding, market behavior and, the population and what we need and what we want and the things we buy and our habits and all that shit, it does have value within certain sectors of whatever it is you're trying to do. What we're trying to explain to you guys is that when it comes to the personal experience, personal experience of relationships and dating and things that you want to do for you, especially as a man, because with females love groupthink. Females are the masters of that, institutionalized validation. But that's only because it's their nature to seek leadership, which is why it is so important for you as a man to come back to yourself and create your own faculty, your own institution. This is why I did that video the other day. I don't know if any of you guys remember when I did that video, when I was talking about how guys love to go to these other countries. And I was like, y'all niggas is freeloading on other men's culture.
Right, exactly.
And we have to focus on creating our own culture, and not only our culture in America, but I'm talking about the culture of our own relationships and how we relate to women. It is up to us. It's our responsibility to create that.
Right.
Because I can't tell you what works for you in your relationship.
Exactly.
And you definitely can't tell me, nigga.
Right.
You feel me? But that's what it's about. And that's what women gravitate to. That's why you have to create it. That's why, shout out to Steve the Dean. He always says the reason why a lot of you guys fail, or the reason why a lot of you guys have difficulty, is because she's already met you.
Exactly.
Why? Because you're focused on the market value.
Exactly.
You're not focused on your own value.
Exactly. And that's even why 929, we're going to get you in a second. That's even why I told people, like, yo, I'm non-monogamous. I got a wife and a girlfriend and all this other stuff, is because I didn't say that to like, you know, make myself look a certain way or look cool or whatever, however you're going to take it. The only reason I was saying that is because I'm letting you know this is how I do shit. I created that situation, those relationships, because that's how I created my world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the market is like, well, you know, you got to be monogamous and get with one woman. And
ain't gonna go for that, Locario.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with the shit. You feel what I mean? Is that a lot of people are living for what the market is saying how you're supposed to live instead of living for how you want to fucking live. This is why we say the truth is inside you. This is what the fuck we've been saying for all this time. You know what I'm saying? The truth is not inside the market.
In fact, it's a bunch of lies in the goddamn market.
Exactly.
To be honest,
the market is fucking been lying to y'all niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit. But let's go to 929. 929, what's popping? Who's this?
Yo, it's good, Locario. It's Giovanni.
What up, my brother? What's popping?
What's up, bro? What's up, Giovanni?
Did you donate?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
I donated.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, Miles, that was some deep shit. That was some really deep shit, what you said, man. That was some facts.
Appreciate you, bro.
I want your opinion on something. No doubt. I want your opinion on something. Do you think the reason why guys subscribe to this sexual marketplace value stuff is because guys get too caught up in pussy? Because I think that's the main problem with guys, that they get too caught up in what they can have and what they don't have.
Yeah.
So they get too blinded and they get too caught up, and they don't see the actual goal. And the goal is to make yourself better. Like you said, you guys are preaching gold content material. And a lot of these guys that run to, you know, SMV, red pill stuff is because they got burnt. So that content there is because these guys got burnt getting caught up in pussy. Whereas this content now is what they should have been learning all along.
Right.
And you don't get caught up in pussy at all.
Right. Well,
Right.
see, you're not wrong at all, because the bottom line is, whether it's pussy or something else, whether it's pussy or, you know, money or status or, you know, looks or whatever it is, you understand? It's the fact that they are creating a narrative that is based on something outside of themselves.
Right.
You say, and it's the same thing with pussy. It's like a lot of dudes look at, you know, a lot of dudes won't even recognize the true quality of a woman because they're only looking at her pussy, or they're only looking at how fat her ass is, based on what other niggas think, or based on what's on Instagram, or based on the quote unquote market. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, so it's like the woman, see, pussy's cool and sex is cool, but there are other things that make a woman valuable that a lot of niggas won't even tap into.
Right. They'll never know. They won't even realize.
Know.
It's crazy.
Like head, my nigga, like, bro. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like, there's head, if she could cook, if she could, you know what I'm saying? If she could fucking inspire you, if she could be that feminine person in your life, if she could, you know, help you raise a fucking family and solidify your legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of dudes out there, you know, we have a certain style, a certain swag, but then you get in contact with the right type of woman and she turn you on to a whole nother situation. And then you look better, you smell better, you feel better than you ever have before. Why? Because of that woman. And what she know and the type of experience she had.
Right.
But a lot of y'all niggas, y'all only scratch the surface. Y'all fuck a bitch once or twice, and then she ghosts you, and then you wonder why. Because you don't know who the fuck you are, and neither does she. Right.
That's crazy. And I call it, I agree with that, where a lot of it is, see, this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with a guy wanting pussy. I don't want guys to get confused.
Right.
Yeah, go have fun, do what you do, whatever.
Right.
The problem lies where it's the reason behind why you do something. And this is why, again, like on the last show, I was asking dudes, why are they doing what they do? You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to step back and say to yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing while I'm doing it? And why am I trying to make it happen? So even I remember there was times where back in the day where I was having, because I was having so much sex, right? It became to a point where I wanted to have sex, not because, of the enjoyment of it or whatever, but I wanted to have sex because I felt like I was supposed to have sex. So if I wasn't having sex that day, I felt fucked up. I'll be like, yo, why am I not having sex today? This is weird. I got to go. And then it would be like, I got to go find some sex. You understand what I'm saying? So now it became, and I stopped myself and say, yo, why am I so thirsty to fuck? So it's not about the fucking, it's about me feeling like I have to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? And that comes from you being, it's the same thing. People do this with money too. A lot of times people get money, and then because they've been getting money a certain way, if something happened where the money isn't the exact way they want it to be, it's like, damn, well, I gotta do something crazy. Well, maybe I should start some beef so I could start some controversy to get more. You understand? They start doing crazy shit just to get to that type of money. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, why are you doing what you're doing? And so when you stop to say to yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? Then you get deeper into what's actually going on. And so what happens, like you said, with all the stuff with the sexual market value and all this other stuff, is that the reason why people are gravitating to that a lot of times is because they're looking for a reason sometimes as to why they're in the situation that they're in. And sometimes it comes from a place of hurt. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, well, this chick played me. So, it's because my sexual market value wasn't high enough. So I got to go get my money up, and you see what I'm saying? And so it's like they're trying to make sense of all the bullshit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Right. This crazy, man.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. But yo, man, we appreciate the call, my brother. I'm gonna holler at you, man. No, but that's what it is, guys. You gotta understand something. A lot of this shit is because, people, they're trying to look outside for the answers instead of looking within. Right. So all of this other extra stuff, like, because if people are always telling you, hey, don't worry about you, it's this. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why you're in this position. It's not you, it's this. You know what I'm saying? It's the sexual market value. That's why you're not getting girls. It's not about learning game. It's not about improving yourself. It's not about anything you did. It's the sexual market that's saying that you can't get this type of girl because you're not a Chad. You're not a Tyrone. So you can't get a dime. The sexual market said you can't get a dime. You understand what I'm saying? The sexual market said this girl's out of your league. Just check it right there in the sexual market value manual. It says that you can't get this girl. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what happens with a lot of you guys. Damn, why y'all calling in? Shit, I'm trying to end this goddamn show.
Always, bro.
Jesus. Okay, listen. We're going to take these 2 calls real fucking quick, and we got to get out of here, man. Okay? Let's go. Well, we appreciate y'all calling. We're just saying. God damn it. Let's go to 240 and the 614, and then we are out of here. 240, what's popping? Who this?
Yo, what's up, Locario? I don't, man.
Appreciate it, man. What's going on?
Man, I really resonated with what you said when you were talking about the masses or asses and like the overall topic of not getting caught up on what the market says. And like, I just think I got a concrete example to make that like the rest of the people might like understand more. So like let's say like if you're in an environment where you know that people love smoking weed, but the only thing around to smoke is like regular weed that barely gets you high and shit. And you look up one day and you get yourself a connect for some really good weed, and like you tested it and the THC levels are off the charts and shit, you know that you got some fire weed. Before you even start hustling the shit, you know, off the strength of the quality of the product, that anybody who's serious about getting high is going to find value in what you're offering.
Exactly.
Right. So any resistance you encounter in the market is just going to come from people who either aren't serious about getting high or are stupid and getting caught up on dumb shit. Like, I don't know, man, I want that shit to be more green. I want this shit to have like the orange hairs and shit. Like, nah, bro, like the shit is good. Like I know, and I don't need anybody to validate the fact that the shit is strong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, like, that's just what I wanted to say. Like, I just thought it made it more concrete and shit. Like, so, like, if you know that what you have to offer to a woman is valuable, right? Then any woman who's looking for value isn't going to get caught up on just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
if she's seeing past you for whatever like superficial reason, you know what I'm saying? Then she's just really not all that serious, because if she was, then it wouldn't stop her. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that, and I appreciate the topic,
That's
man.
what I love it. That was great. So appreciate you, my brother. That's game right there. You feel what I'm saying? It's the knowing. That's what confidence really is.
Right.
I know this shit is fire. What are you talking about? Like, I don't give a fuck about what the market, like, fuck out of here with this bullshit. You feel me? Like,
know this weed is fire, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you better hit the shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. I mean, go to 614, and then we out of here. 614, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on? What's poppin'? Who this?
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, man. Question. I watched your video about when you were
this Australian guy. What's up, man?
Your mom and your brother.
Say that again.
You were talking about how you don't need money. Hold on, let me just fix my phone. Sorry, bro. Got on Bluetooth.
This thing.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, dude. So you did a video where you said you were broke, you're living with your mom, you shared a room with your brother.
Right.
And you said it didn't affect anything. Can you go in more detail about that stuff? I mean, like, for example, were you completely honest with the women that you met? How'd you do it? I mean, because at some point you had to address it.
Yeah, no, it's a thing. I
live at home.
Yeah, so what happened was I was living with my moms and my brother. And we were sharing a room. And I think my sister was living there at the time too, whatever. So basically what I would do is just holler at a chick. And then when it came time for, shit to pop off, where either, we were going to, like, for example, I would go on a date or some shit, go get some drinks or whatever. And I would say to the girl, I say, hey, listen, we could go to your place or we could go to my place. But I'm just letting you know that, I'm living with my moms and my brother. Right. And that was it. And they was like, all right, cool. And they'd be like, where your place at? And I'm like, well, it's close to here. You know what I'm saying? So then we would just go back and I would call my brother. I say, yo, bro, I'm about to bring some chick over. So get the fuck out the room. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll fuck her in the room and then she bounced right after. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, and this is what I try to tell guys. When a woman is sexual attraction is the strongest attraction. You understand what I'm saying? When a woman is sexually attracted to you and she's excited to be in your presence and she's feeling that energy, she don't give a fuck about nothing else. This is why guys who are sexually attractive or whatever to the woman, this is why those guys who are fucking them could get the woman to give them the keys to the apartment. They give him the keys to the car. She start buying him shit, buying him clothes, feeding him all that other shit because she's like she's about this dude. So the guys who she's less sexually attracted to, they need the other stuff. So the same woman, if I was chilling with her and she wasn't sexually attracted to me, and I say, yeah, I live at home with my mother, then she would have been like, nah, you whack. I'm not fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? Because if she's not sexually attracted to me, she needs something else for her to feel like she's not wasting her time. Right. See what I'm saying? So at that point, then I would need like the nice house and the car and all that other extra shit to keep her attention or keep her interested. You see what I'm saying? So the more sexually attracted a woman to you, it's about you. It's and the less sexually attracted to you she is, then it's about all the other shit you can provide. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying you're being honest. You're not bullshitting, and they respect that.
Right. That's what you got to be, bro.
Another thing I want to point out is that notice if you listen to the way Locario explained the scenario, he didn't necessarily have to talk about his living arrangements,
right,
until they were already talking about her coming back to the crib.
Exactly.
See what a lot of niggas, a lot of cats do is they try to lead with that type of shit to try to build sexual attraction.
Exactly.
Locario was in a scenario where he built sexual attraction just based on his personality and conversation.
Exactly.
So then when she got excited and said, yo, it's time for us to go find some place more private so we can, get intimate. Lacario's like, well, we could go to my place, but just know that this is where I live. And then on top of that, as he explained it to her, he didn't explain it like he was ashamed. He was just letting her know, like, this is what it is.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
we could definitely go to my place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just need you to understand that I live at home with my mom's and I share a room with my brother. So, just give me a second. I just got to call my brother to set shit up. And that's that. But what happens is you got a lot of guys who, because they're ashamed of the fact that they live at home, they try to lie or they try to hide it or they try to be like, well, you got to understand that I live with my mom and it's not really ideal right now and I'm working on some things, so you got to give me. No, Lucario's like, shit, hell yeah, we can smash. You know what I'm saying? We go back to my crib right now. Just give me a second. Let me call my brother. Like boom, 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 and that's it.
Right.
Like, because see, a lot of guys try to. See, just like the guys that call in on the show, they try to explain all of the context so they can fucking validate the bullshit
justify themselves.
Right.
Before we uncover the real truth. Locario wasn't trying to get no validation. He was just explaining what it was.
Right, exactly. Like this is what it is. Right.
Right. There's a difference. Because you got a lot of these guys, first you got to understand that it was 89 degrees and the sun was shining down this way. And we're like, nigga, just ask the question.
Right.
You understand? And it's like, just be straightforward with the shit.
Right.
The problem is guys talk a lot of shit. And the reason why they can't just get to the question is because they're already ashamed of the situation that they're in, why they have to ask the question.
Right. And also, too, this is the thing about game and understanding yourself and understanding your value. See, wherever I go, I'm there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about me. It's not about where the fuck I'm living. It's not about the car I will drive. It's not about the fucking clothes on my back. You understand what I'm saying? It's about me. So what happens is that when the woman is dealing with you, when you understand that, right? She understands that because she sees that in you because you see that in you. She's like, oh, it's about him. So I'll fuck this nigga in the back of a fucking truck. I'll fuck this nigga in the alleyway. I'll fuck this nigga in the bathroom. It don't matter. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of guys, they try to compensate with all the other stuff because they don't see value in themselves. So this is what they do. They say, this is basically what they're saying to the girl. They say, hey, listen, I know that I'm not really shit and I know that I don't really have much to offer, but I do have a nice house though. I do have a nice car. I do have, you know what I'm saying? So what they're trying to do is push that in the forefront so they can hide behind their possessions and material shit. So they can hide behind the quote unquote high valueness of all the other nonsense because they don't really see. The guy an insecure man never wants a woman to see who he really is.
Ooh.
Because if she sees who he really is, then she might say, oh shit, I almost fucked you. But now I noticed you ain't shit. So I'm out of here. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't want to see that. You know what I mean? That's why. They're trying to hide it as quick as much as they can and get the pussy before the woman finds out he ain't shit.
Caller, what's your living arrangements right now?
I live with my dad.
You live with your dad. Now, does your dad have any issue with you bringing girls to the house?
No, not at all.
Do you have your own room?
Yes.
So that you're good, bro. You're good. Like I said, lead with who you are. Lead with your personality. Get her sexually excited about spending time with you.
Right.
You understand? And that's it.
Yeah. Just. Can I tell you about something that happened?
Yeah, go ahead, real quick.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, I met a chick, and then I met her on a Friday. Organized a date for the next day. So I was in it, went out to dinner, everything was good, hooked up with her, and then that moment where I was like, do you want to come back home? And I said, I'll just let you know I live with my dad. Like, are you comfortable with that? You know?
No.
She wasn't comfortable with that. And
wait, hold on. You said, wait, hold on. You say you went to dinner. You said you hooked up with her. What do you mean you hooked up with her?
We made out.
Okay, you was kissing. Okay, because hooking up mean we fucking. You know what I'm saying? Or we fucked. Okay, so you.
But I did. We did have sex afterwards, but in the car because she didn't want to go back to mine. She didn't feel comfortable being in a house with other people. So, but I think I felt like because she was telling me about her ex who cheated on her and was bullshitting. And I think just me being honest like that and being straightforward.
No, caller. Listen, caller. There's something you have to understand. You weren't straightforward. You weren't straightforward. You were trying to be accommodating. That's what you did.
Right.
When you were perfect until you said, "Are you comfortable with that?" Her comfort doesn't matter. Her comfort lies in your comfort.
Facts.
The only person who needs to be comfortable is you.
Mention it though. I mean, I can't remember if I said comfortable, but I just mentioned that I live at home. You know,
Again. But see, again, it doesn't matter. The reason why you're even explaining it the way that you're explaining it to us now is because you think that there might be an issue with the fact that you live with your dad.
Right. Exactly.
Be totally comfortable with your living arrangement. You see, like when I asked you earlier, I said, "Hey, what's your living arrangement?" I live with my dad. Does he have any problem with you bringing girls back to the house? No. Do you have your own room? Yes. As comfortably as you answered those questions, you should be as comfortable when bringing a chick back to the crib.
Right.
You understand? And truthfully, unless she really asks you your living arrangements, don't fucking explain nothing to her.
Right.
Just be like, "Yo, come back to my place." Because if you're comfortable with her coming back to your place, that's all that matters.
Right, exactly. And if
she's there for you,
right, and if she's comfortable, she will come back. If she actually likes you, she will do it. So what happens is that because you were uncomfortable in the situation, that actually makes her uncomfortable with the situation. You see what I'm saying? See, you got to understand something.
Yeah.
And was this a first date?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the thing. What you got to understand is that a lot of times what happens is that when a woman is around a guy who's confident about what he's doing and what he's about, she gets comfortable because she's in the presence of somebody who's also comfortable with himself, or the man who's comfortable with himself. A woman is following a man's lead. A woman wants to follow the leader. You understand? So if you're in a situation where you feel kind of because the fact that you would even say, "Are you comfortable with that?" Right? That you're trying to defer to her to make a decision.
Right.
You know you're indirectly telling her to make the decision of, should we go back to my place?
That kills the entire vibe, bro.
Right, exactly. Listen, you kissing her and then you grab her hand and you say, "Yo, come over here. We about to get out of here.
We're going back to my place."
Exactly. We're going back to my place real quick.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying? You go in, you open the door.
I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think the way it happened is she started asking me, like, "Who do you live with? Do you live alone?" I said, "I live with my dad." And I think then that's when it became an issue for her, not for me.
What did she?
Because I brought girls here before as well.
What did she do?
Say that again.
So what did she say when you said that, or what did she do when you said that? When you told
she said she wasn't comfortable. She wasn't comfortable in a house with other people in it. It wasn't so much that it was my family, because I said we can go back to yours, and she said, "Oh, my housemate, her boyfriend." So she wanted somewhere to be alone, you know. But you know, we had sex in the car, so it was all good.
Yo, just look. If she's grilling you, just be like, "Look, don't worry about all that. We're gonna be alone." Because if you have your own room, that's all you got to worry about. And let me ask you a question: Do you have a like a place to put drinks in your room?
Yeah, of course.
You got like a little fridge and shit in your room, and you got your own TV and all that?
Oh no, I don't have a little fridge. No, I don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. If invest in a little fridge, because if you fuck any way like how I fuck, you're gonna need water or juice or something.
Right. And let me ask you this question real quick. You said there was other girls you brought back to your place before.
Right.
There was other girls you brought back there before, right?
Yeah.
Right. Were they giving you resistance like this?
No, because those girls were like early 20s, younger. But this one, she was like 34. So I think.
No, it don't matter.
Stop.
It don't matter.
They're younger.
They
They don't care.
No, caller, that don't matter, bro. Just say that she was different. If she different, she different. Stop worrying about the age and shit, bro. Don't do that to yourself.
Right, because this is what I want you to understand.
Okay.
This is all we want you to understand, right? Because you want to get to the point where, because those other girls that you brought to your crib and everything was cool and they were cooperating, that should be your normal. Yeah. That should be your level. You understand what I'm saying? And this is where I want. This is the type of level of game I want you to get to. Where if this type of situation happens again, and you say to the girl, "Hey, listen, we're gonna go back to my place," and then she's like, "Oh, who you live with?" "Yeah, I live with my pop. So we're gonna be in my room and we're gonna be chilling in there." And then she's like, "Oh, well, I'm not comfortable." I want you to get to the point of the game where you look her in the eye and you say, "Well, listen, I'm gonna get you a car and you're gonna go home. And when you're comfortable, holla at me." You understand what I'm saying? That's what I want you to get to. You see what I'm saying? Because right now what happens is this, and this is what happens is this, and I'm gonna say this and we're gonna wrap it up real quick. And this is very, very, very important for you guys to understand. The way that you get sexual situations matter. You understand what I'm saying? The way that you get the sex matters. Because what happens is that sometimes when you do shit like this, because right now it's almost like you compromise just to get the pussy. You understand what I'm saying? So then what happens is that because you compromise, then it's going to be easier for you to compromise again and again and again. And then so what's going to happen is that you might get in situations where you start to compromise more and more, and then you'll start to feel a certain way about yourself. You start to feel bad all of a sudden. You'll be like, damn, why do I feel so? And the reason why is because you're compromising yourself. You're actually you're moving yourself out the way and then trying to make something happen with the woman. So you're saying self-respect. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna put you back over here. Just go over there real quick. All my self-respect and dignity, go over there real quick. You understand what I'm saying? And then you're gonna start to feel a certain type of way because you're ignoring your self-respect and dignity. And so that's what I'm saying, where the self-respect and dignity has to be above the pussy. It has to be above getting the pussy. So it's like, it has to be, I'm getting pussy on my terms. If it ain't on my terms, she can go. And you still leave the door open. You say, hey, well, listen, when you're ready to come through, when you're comfortable enough to come here or make it happen, then we can make it happen. Or hit me up when you're ready to make something happen and we'll figure something out later. But right now you got to go.
I'm gonna leave the door open.
Right. Okay. And that's how you get at it. Yeah. You feel me?
Yep, I feel it.
All right, my brother. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
We spitting game down under.
Exactly. Guys, listen. Y'all motherfuckers got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to take advantage of the sale. It's 11:55 right now. Yeah, got 5 minutes to take advantage of the sale. Go to Mr.Locario.com for the Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. You guys got 5 minutes to get the Truth About the Game seminar, and you get the Bad Boy seminar for free. So you got 5 minutes left to make that happen. But Miles, anything else you want to say before we get up out of here? Women love sex. Facts.
Women love sex, man. Women love sex.
Facts.
And your penis dictates the sex.
Exactly.
Think about it. If your dick don't get hard, can you have sex?
Exactly. Right. See, there you go. There you go.
So who needs to be comfortable, her or you?
Exactly right. You know what I'm saying?
No, really.
That's facts. Because look, if you ain't comfortable, nigga, your dick ain't getting hard and nobody's having sex. You know what I'm saying? In that situation.
And the last caller he sounded like he really wanted to take her home, bro.
Right.
Now he over here, throwing his back out trying to fuck in the car. Like, come on.
Exactly, right? Car sex is the worst to me. I'm just as uncomfortable as hell. Unless you take the seats out or something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a minivan and take all the seats out. But shit. But guys, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And we will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You know, you can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.